Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's Gita Pravaha session. We will start the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita today, which is Bhakti Yoga. In the middle 6 chapters, means from chapter number 7 to chapter number 12, Krishna exclusively talks about Bhakti Yoga. And this is the culmination of this middle section, the last chapter in the middle section of Bhagavad Gita. So here Krishna talks about progressive levels of bhakti, and he also compares bhakti with some impersonalistic way of approaching the Lord. So Arjuna asks his question in the beginning of this chapter. He says, Evam satata yukta ye bhaktasvam paryupasati ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. So Arjuna's inquiry is, O Krishna, who is better? One who approaches you in your impersonal feature, like aksharam, unmanifest, transcendental effulgence. So is that such an impersonal meditator better you, or bhaktastvam paryupasate? There are two categories that he mentions here. Bhaktastvam paryupasate means a bhakta, a devotee who does perfect worship, paryupasate. Who does perfect worship, as Krishna said in the previous chapters also. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate. Paryupasate means perfect worship. Arjuna uses the same word here. Bhaktastvam paryupasate. Who is better? One who is constantly engaged in your perfect worship, or ye chapi aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittama. Aksharam, infallible, inexhaustible. Avyaktam means unmanifest. So manifest means you can see a form of the Lord as Krishna, Rama, Varaha, Narasimha, Matsya, Kurma. Unmanifest means he is spread everywhere. You are unable to see him. His energy is spread everywhere, his effulgence is spread everywhere. He has all-pervading existence, but in that feature, he is not explicitly visible to you, accessible to you. Physically, you cannot contact him in one sense. So, who is a better worshipper? One who approaches you in your impersonal, all-pervading feature, or a personal feature, like Krishna, Shyam Sundar form. So, one who worships you in that personal feature, or one who approaches the impersonal feature. Now Krishna responds, Mayyaveshya mano ye mam nityayukta upasati shraddhaya parayopetah te me yuktatamo matah. So Mayi aveshya mano ye mam, one who always thinks of me, one who is always absorbed in my thoughts, absorbed in my consciousness. Nitya yukta upasati, and in that way he is constantly engaged in upasana, worshipping me. Such a person is best. And shraddhaya parayopetaha, he has great shraddha in my personal feature. Although in the current state of existence or in the current state of consciousness, one may not be able to see the personal spiritual form of the Lord. Still, he has a personal form, and one day when I am purified enough, I will be able to see his personal feature. That faith one should have. Many times people will conclude that because I can't see God, God doesn't exist. Or because we can't see God, God, even if he exists, he doesn't have a form, he doesn't have a shape. He is there everywhere. They see God is light, God is love, God is humanity, God is empathy, God is sympathy. God is gratitude, God is values, God is virtues, God is there in everybody. I am God. So people develop so many such conceptions, personal, impersonal conceptions. Now, a part of it is valid, definitely. The Lord has an impersonal existence also, but apart from his impersonal existence in the form of his power and and all-pervading nature, he also has a personal form. He has a personality. He has emotions. He has a form. He has. You can interact with him. You can interact with him in multiple relationships. You can see him as your son. You can see him as your lover. You can interact with him as a friend. He's your master. You can always serve him, right? So there's a personal way of connecting with him. There's an impersonal way of, just being in touch with him without any personal connection, right? So, of course, some people, despite understanding the personal existence of the Lord, they may prefer to worship the personal, impersonal feature of the Lord. They want to merge into impersonal Brahman. Fine, that's also fine. But if somebody is interested to have a more personal connect, then the Lord is available, accessible to such people. So, Shraddhaya Parayopetaha means one should have faith in the personal existence of the Lord and worship that personal form of the Lord who manifests in the form of a beautiful deity and his devotees. So, what about the other path people, impersonal worshippers? Etvaksharama nirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatragam achintyam cha kutasthamachalam dhruvam sanniyamyendriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite rataah ye tu aksharam anirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate. They may worship, they may approach the avyakta, unmanifest form of my existence, or the impersonal Brahman in that sense. Sarvatragam, which is spread everywhere. Achintyam, which is inconceivable. Kutastham achalam dharvam. Here Krishna describes the impersonal feature in this way. Impersonal feature is beyond sense perception, indefinite, all-pervading, inconceivable, kotastham, unchanging, achalam, fixed, dhruvam, immovable. And how to approach that form? How to even enter the impersonal Brahman? Sanniyamyendriyagramam. We need to control our senses. Sarvatra samabuddhayah. Everywhere. You need to have equanimity. Te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite rataah. Such people can approach impersonal Brahman, Brahmajyoti. How? Sarvabhutahite rataah. They also should think of welfare of other people. So this compassion is there common. Whether it is impersonalist or personalist, compassion is common. But their path is very troublesome. क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरवाप्यते. Klesha means difficulty. Adhikatarastesha means the path of this impersonalists is very troublesome. Adhika means very troublesome. Avyakta asakta chetasam, if your chetasa, if your interest is in avyakta, unmanifest Brahman, then your path will be very difficult. Avyakta hi gatir dukkham, even what you attain also is very meager. It's like you are paying 1 crore rupees for one samosa. But bhakti is like you just pay 10 rupees and you'll get a good, wonderful box of sweets, right? Or 10 kilos of sweets you will get for a meager price. So, what we are trying to say is the path of impersonalists, which is philosophical speculation, sense control, mind control, impersonal meditation, seclusion, the path is very troublesome, and ultimately you will only get the effulgence of the Lord, Brahmajyoti. But the path of devotees is very, very nice. Like there is kirtan, sravanam, interaction with devotees, worship of the deities, festivals, prasadam, dancing, chanting, feasting, all these are there. You are enjoying the path also, and you will attain Krishna personally. So here the goal is the highest and the path is the sweetest and easiest. There the path is most difficult and the goal is very meager, right? And if you are still not understanding about the impersonal path, please understand we don't need to understand. Even I didn't understand fully. I never followed it. So it seems like what exactly is the sadhana they do? How come they're aspiring for some impersonal existence? It doesn't fit, right? So I was trying to explain this to some children. Oh, Krishna is a form, right? How can they be attached to impersonal feature of the Lord? How can they worship or connect with a formless existence of the Lord? Yeah, correct. Even I didn't understand. So if you have not understood the last five shlokas, forget it. From now you can understand. It's easy to understand. Bhakti begins right from sixth shloka. ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि means all your activities. Mayi sanniyasya means offer them to me. This is not a new concept that Krishna is saying in the 12th chapter. If you remember, in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we already studied it. Third chapter, 30th sloka. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya dhyatma chetasa. Be in spiritual consciousness. Offer all your activities to me. Offer all the results of your activities to me and also offer your activity to me. What does it mean? You choose only those activities that are pleasing to Krishna and offer the results of those activities to Krishna. It's not just you choose an activity according to your preference and offer the result to Krishna. In fact, even your choice of activity is also in accordance with Krishna's instructions, Krishna's preference, right? So Krishna says here, Mai sarvani karmani mai sanyasya. Offer all your activities and the results to me. Sanyasya is just be detached. Mai sanyasya means offer them to Krishna. Sannyasa means you just renounce, give up all the results of your activities. But Mai Sannyasa means you give up to me, means you offer them to me. Instead of saying, I don't need this, I'm giving it up. That is like detachment. But oh, you need this, I will offer this to you. So instead of rejecting things that we don't need, we should not have any attachment to any material things and offer everything that we have to Krishna. That's what Krishna is saying. That's the difference between detachment and devotion. In detachment, you are not interested in personal enjoyment. That's great. But in devotion, you are interested in giving enjoyment to Krishna. Therefore, it is not just sannyasya, it is mai sannyasya. Don't just give up things, just offer things to Krishna. Don't. Mat paraha, be dedicated to me. Ananyena yogena. One more time, Ananya is coming. So that is Ananya Yoga, undeviated practice of bhakti. Mam dhyayanta upasati, meditate on the Lord and perform upasana, worship. And what will Krishna do with such people? Teyashamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. Mrityu samsara sagarat. This samsara, this material existence is like a sagara. It's a huge ocean. And it's mrityu samsara sagarat means it's an ocean of death, ocean of birth and death. So I am Samudharta. I am the swift deliverer of such people from this ocean of birth and death. Bhavami nachirat partha. I will deliver them quickly. I will save them. I will rescue them quickly. Mayi aveshit chetasam, because they have fixed their minds upon me. I will definitely protect them. So this is the simple and easy path of personalists. So Krishna establishes the superiority or supremacy of Bhakti Yoga, uh, and it's very easy for Ananya Bhaktas. Now, in that Bhakti, there are progressive levels. So many times Krishna is saying, Maya Aveshya Manaha Partha, Maya Aveshita Chetasam, Man Mana, Maya Aveshya Manoyema. Always absorb your mind in me, always think of me, like being too Krishna conscious. That may not be possible for people overnight. Let's speak something practical. We understand we should be absorbed in Krishna. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana. Always being absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna, always being Krishna conscious is a repetitive message of Krishna. It's going on in loop. It's in so many chapters. Whatever you do for me. Whatever you think of me. Whatever you analyze or understand with your intelligence, do that for me. Do that on my behalf. So like that, Krishna is repeatedly saying this. Very clear. But if you are not on that level, is there any little lower level? We still want to be on bhakti path only. But is there any little less temperature level? Like you went to purchase one brand, right? They showed the best gadget in that brand. Oh, this is little expensive. uh, do you have a little lesser model which is little lesser expensive? We don't want to change the brand. We stick to this brand only. In this brand only, this is most expensive. Can there be a little less expensive? Don't change the brand. Similarly, Bhakti path only. We want to follow Bhakti path only. We don't want Gnana brand or Karma brand or Ashtanga Yoga brand. We want only Bhakti brand. In this Bhakti brand, is there a little less tedious or less expensive, less demanding role or model? So Krishna says, yes, within Bhakti also there are progressive levels. Krishna is not just giving us four choices only, like karma, jnana, dhyana, bhakti, four yogas. Pick up one. Okay, choose any one. He's not saying like that. You choose bhakti. I say bhakti is the best, but within that bhakti, there are multiple levels. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. So within that topmost path also there are progressive levels. Krishna is going to give those levels now. See this. मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवशिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि means Krishna. Eva means only Krishna. Mayyeva means only Krishna. Mana adhatsva means absorbing your mind only in Krishna. That's the topmost level. Number one. Number one level is that. But if you can't do that, Krishna doesn't stop there. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. This is top level. First, number one. Then second level, which is little lesser than that, is Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Mana means mind. Buddhi means intelligence. If you cannot connect with me with your mind, through your emotions, through your feelings, if you don't have such a deeper emotional bonding with me, at least engage your buddhi, intelligence in me. Means try to understand me, try to know me, try to understand my knowledge, my nama, rupa, guna, lila. Please understand. Now you see, in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we studied that intelligence is superior to mind, right? And mind is superior to senses. Senses are superior to dull matter. We have seen a hierarchy there. So intelligence is a higher faculty in our subtle body, and mind is a lower faculty. But here Krishna is saying something opposite. If you engage your mind in me, you are a better devotee than if you engage your intelligence in me. How do we understand this? Right? Connecting with Krishna through mind is higher or through intelligence is higher. If intelligence is a higher faculty within us than the mind, then connecting with intelligence must be superior to connecting to Krishna with mind, right? Answer is simple. On a material plane, your mind may have material emotions. Material emotions are there. Material feelings, material thoughts, material desires, material attachments, material aversions. Now, mind is caught up. Mind does not have the ability to analyze things. Mind does not have the ability to discriminate uh, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is harmful, what is beneficial. Mind is just having that emotions and desires only, but mind does not have the discrimination. Then intelligence comes into picture. Even on the material plane, intelligence is on a higher plane than mind. Oh, mind, you are choosing this material object over this material object. Then the material intelligence will say, no, this material object is better than this material object. Choose this. Both are matter only. Emotions are material, attachments are material, thoughts are material, and choices are material, desires are material. So within those range spectrum of material desires, there is some hierarchy. Something is better than something else. Intelligence helps the mind to, or intelligence will make the choice. Mind will only desire. Intelligence will make the choice. Oh, this is not the right choice. You use this choice. That's intelligence is definitely better than mind. If the doctor says don't eat this food item, mind says I want to eat that food item. Intelligence says, hey, enough. Control yourself. This is not good for your health. Thus, intelligence will control the mind. But when it comes to spiritual realm or relationships, especially, mind plays a greater role than intelligence. Why mother is given higher rank than father? Why mother's parental affection is a little one step more than father's parental affection? Of course, fathers also love their children, no doubt. But mother is little one step ahead. Yashoda Mata is one step ahead of Nanda Maharaj. If you rank all the Vatsalya devotees, Yashoda Mata gets first rank, Nanda Maharaj gets a second rank. Right? Why is it so? Emotions. Mother has an emotional bonding with the child, while father also has to see the intellectual perspective. The child wants something, mother feels like giving it, but sometimes fathers will play the role that, oh, this is not good for him. So mothers are little more liberal uh, and more accommodative, and fathers are little on the stricter side, right? But it can be other way around also, right? I'm not saying this is an eternal uh, fact. It's a general thing, right? Sometimes mothers are logical, fathers may be emotional also. That possibilities are also there. Coming back, we are talking about mind and intelligence. When you are trying to connect with Krishna through your mind, you are having deep emotional bonding with Krishna. You love Krishna for whatever Krishna is. But when you say intelligence, you love Krishna or you connect with Krishna because he is God. For example, all the Vrajavasis are considered the greatest devotees of Krishna compared to even Dwarkavasis and Vaikuntavasis or and many other Vasis, right? Uh, because Vrajavasis don't love Krishna because he's God. They love Krishna because he is Krishna. They love Krishna because he's Krishna. That's all. They don't even understand that Krishna is God. But many other people, general devotees, they connect with Krishna with reverence. Intellectually, they understand that Krishna is the creator, maintainer, destroyer. They're analytical, they're philosophical, they're intellectual. So, with their intelligence, they're convinced that yes, Krishna is God. Then they will start making a connection with Him, worshipping Him, or developing a deeper relation with Him. But all that intelligence should bring you to a level where you emotionally connect with the person. When you love somebody only because of their majesty, opulence, grandeur, power, influence, then your love is not pure. But when you love somebody because of their personality, because of their personal qualities, then that emotional bonding is much higher than this intellectual bonding. Oh, he's not a celebrity, let me not connect with him. Who is a celebrity? Oh, how many? He has 10 million followers on the Instagram. Okay, let me just go and connect with him. So first, what is attracting uh, in that person is his power, his majesty, his greatness, and how much he will be useful to you in your personal life. So based on that intellectual understanding or philosophical understanding of one's greatness, you are connecting with him. But mind means it's attracted to the sweetness more than the majesty, right? So sometimes people may be attracted to popularity. Some people are attracted to purity. Sometimes popularity and purity can coexist, but they need not coexist also. Everything that is popular need not be pure. Everything that is pure need not be popular. Some popular things can be pure, some pure things can be popular, but everything popular need not be pure. So mind means a purified mind always tries to connect with purity, whether that purity is popular or not. There's an emotional bonding there, not a analytical bonding there. Intelligence means analyzing things. So therefore, connecting with other people through emotions is always on a higher plane than intelligence. Now you may understand the greatness of a person so much, but once you make a friendship with that person, whether the person is great or not anymore, that emotional bonding will remain, right? So just because they don't have that popularity or influence or wealth or power or prestige or position, if you stop connecting with them, then you are not attracted to the person, you are attracted to the majesty of the person. So intellectually you're seeing like, is it good for me or not? Of course, you can connect with a person with both. He's great also and he's sweet also. So you're connecting with both. That's great. But the point is sometimes when people connect with somebody only because of their greatness and ignoring their personal sweetness, then it's more on an intellectual platform than an emotional platform. Ultimately, we understand God, we analyze the Shastra, we understand philosophy to come to a stage of selflessly loving Krishna, developing an emotional bonding with Krishna. Not just an intellectual understanding of Krishna, but emotional bonding with Krishna. Emotional bonding is always higher than intellectual understanding. Yes, on a material plane, because the mind is not refined in its emotions or feelings or desires, sharpened intelligence has to control this mind. But when it comes to spiritual plane, especially when it comes to relationships, emotional bonding is always stronger than intellectual understanding. How long intellectual understanding will nourish you? Emotional bonding only will nourish you. So we are aspiring for an emotional bonding with Krishna, not just an intellectual philosophical understanding of Krishna. Intellectual philosophical understanding is jnana, but emotional bonding is bhakti. Therefore, we are always keeping bhakti higher than jnana. Yes, jnana has its role to play in bhakti, under dharma bhakti, but the jnana, knowledge, must be subservient of your devotion. Devotion is not subservient of knowledge, but knowledge is subservient of devotion. Therefore, Krishna keeps Mayyeva Mana Adhatsva on a top platform. So you develop an emotional bonding with me, that's the topmost. You love me. You you invest all your emotions for me. You always think of me. You always have affection for me. That's the topmost platform. If you can't do that, the next level is at least understand who am I. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Use your intelligence to connect with me. And if you can't even do that, then atha chittam samadhatam na shaknosi mayi sthiram. If you can't invest your heart or consciousness in me, then abhyasa yogena tato mamichham tu dhananjaya. Abhyasa, you perform abhyasa, practice. So this third level. So first level is called smaranatmika bhakti. Second level is called mananatmika bhakti. Third level is called abhyasa rupa bhakti. Smaranatmika means always remembering Krishna. Mananatmika means trying to understand Krishna's tattva based on scriptural descriptions. Then abhyasa rupa means you are performing sadhana. You are unable to effortlessly fix your mind on Krishna. Therefore, you are endeavoring. Abhyasa means practice, putting an effort, putting an endeavor. You are endeavoring to follow the principles of sadhana bhakti and eventually come to the stage of remembering Krishna always. Right? Bhakti for external senses. And if you can't even do that, assist people who are doing it. If you can't engage your senses in Krishna's service, if you can't do sadhana bhakti, at least assist people who are doing it by helping them in various ways. That is also good. So these are different levels of bhakti. So top is mind, next intelligence, then senses. But point is, we can simultaneously connect all of them to Krishna. When your mind is absorbed in Krishna, naturally your intellectual understanding about Krishna's position is embedded within that emotional bonding. And naturally, you will work for Krishna, you will engage your senses also in Krishna's service. This all three can be subordinate to bhakti. As I say sometime back in our initial sessions, when you work for someone, you may or may not love him. But when you love him, you will definitely work for them. You will serve them. When you know some people, you may not love them, may or may not love them. But if you love them, you want to know them. You already knew them. So, bhakti includes jnana. Bhakti includes karma. Bhakti includes dhyana. But jnana, dhyana, and karma may not include bhakti. Right? So, bhakti is the topmost. Bhakti means emotional bonding with the Lord is topmost. It's very logical to understand, very obvious to understand. So, now, who can become dear to Krishna? Krishna spoke about progressive levels of bhakti. This chapter is very simple, 3 sections only. First section is establishing personal connection with Krishna superior to an impersonal connection with Krishna. Right? Second section is within that personal connection, there are levels. One is connecting with Krishna through your mind with deeper emotional bonding. Second level is intellectual understanding. Third level is physically engaging your senses, doing some abhyasa practice so that you can come to the higher levels. Then third section of this chapter is qualities. What qualities should we cultivate to become dear to Krishna? To develop a deeper relationship with Krishna, what should be our qualities? Simple: gratitude, compassion, patience, tolerance, humility, respect, non enviousness. Like that, Krishna lists so many wonderful qualities. The rest of the chapter, last 8 slokas, is simply description of qualities that make one dear to Krishna. अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी. Adveshta sarvabhutanam. Dvesha means envy. Adveshta means no envy. No envy towards my family members, towards my friends. No. No envy towards any living being. Sarvabhutanam. Don't envy anybody. First quality is don't envy any living being. Even in the 11th chapter at the end also Krishna said the same thing. Nirvairam sarvabhuteshu. Nirvairam. Don't have any vaira, enmity or envy towards any living being. That is one of the foremost qualities of Krishna's devotees. In fact, that's a qualification to understand Gita and Bhagavatam also. Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyavi. Because you are non-envious, I am speaking this Bhagavad Gita to you, O Arjuna. Krishna says like this. Nirmatsaranam satam vedyam. Bhagavatam is understood by those who are nirmatsara, those who don't have any matsaryata or envy within their hearts. So this is important to cultivate this non-enviousness. Maitraha karuna evacha. Maitra means being friendly. Karuna means being compassionate. Nirmamo. Mama means this is mine, a possessiveness. Uh, please give up that possessiveness. Nothing in this entire existence belongs to you. You'll have to leave everything. Even though you have acquired so much in this world, you will have to leave everything. You will have to leave even this body in which you are living. This body is there since our birth till death. This body is there as our constant companion. We are never separated from this body in this life. We are always there in this body. We are always seeing our hands. Every day we are seeing our hands and legs and eyes and nose, and we are going in front of the mirror. There's a lot of attachment to the body. We are seeing even the subtlest progression or the change or development or deterioration in the body on a daily basis, on a moment to moment basis in one sense, right? But even that body also we have to leave. When somebody has to identify a person, first they will see the face. That face is not permanent. You may show the face of somebody, this is this person. Okay, fine. Now he died. He will have a different face. Now this face does not belong to him. He has a different face. Maybe he has a different gender also. Maybe he has a different species also. He has different nationality also. He may become Devata in the Svargaloka, or he may become a snake in some forest. He can become a rat somewhere in a hole. Now, that what is the meaning of that selfie? Where this one person's picture is there? Of course, that invokes remembrances. It has its own utility and feel. But what I'm saying is, this material form and material body that we have is not permanent. It has to leave. We have to leave it, right? No doubt. So, no point having any possessiveness. Nirmama. Nothing belongs to me, including my own body. Nirahankaraha. Don't have any ahankar, ego. Sama dukkha sukha kshami. How many times we have discussed this in Gita? Dukkha is distress, sukha is happiness. Sama means maintain equanimity. Whether it is happiness or distress, maintain equanimity. Equanimity towards all dualities. Then kshami. Kshami means forgive. So how many qualities Krishna spoke in this? 1. Non-enviousness. 2. Friendliness. 3. Compassion. 4. Freedom from possessiveness. 5. Nirahankara, no ego. 6. Equanimity. 7. Forgiveness. See, 7 qualities Krishna spoke. And Krishna has more qualities to say. By the way, each of these qualities, we can spend 1 hour or 2 hours or one full day to discuss each of these qualities. But these are meant to be Pravaha sessions, just covering the flow of Bhagavad Gita. I'll just show a summary table in the Gita Subodhini, and we'll close our discussion in a few minutes. So we saw the 7 qualities, right? Next shloka, संतुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः. Santushtah satatam yogi. Eighth quality. Always be satisfied in bhakti. Yatatma. Be self-controlled. Dridhanishchaya. Be determined. Krishna spoke about determination before also. Yavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana. We need to be determined in our activities. Next. Mai arpita mano buddhir. What Krishna spoke sometime back, he's repeating. Mana means mind, buddhi means intelligence. You offer it to Krishna. Yomad Bhakta Same Priyaha, such a devotee is very dear to me. So, all these qualities that Krishna is listing in the last 8 slokas of this chapter, these are qualities that endear us to Krishna, that will make us very dear to Krishna. Mayyarpita Mano Buddhir. Krishna said it multiple times in the Gita. 10th chapter, 8th sloka. What did he say? Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Buddha is intelligence, bhava is a quality of mind, right? Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmarayudhya cha mayyarpita mano buddhir mame vaishyasya samshayah. Again he said, offer your intelligence and mind to me. Here also same line is coming here. Mayyarpita mano buddhir. Offer your senses, mind and intelligence to Krishna. Next shloka. यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः. यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको. No one is agitated by him. Means your personal presence should not bother anybody. You should not be a disturbance to someone. You should not be a botheration to someone. So no one is agitated because of this person, this devotee. Then and he is not agitated by anyone. See, lokan no dvijate jayaha means you should not be disturbed by anyone. You should not feel that someone is a threat to you. You should not have that insecurity. You should not have that fear. You are always connected to Krishna. You see everybody as Krishna's devotee, Krishna's servant, Krishna's child, Krishna's amsha. So why should you feel bothered by anyone, right? But of course, this is on a very high plane. On a very high plane, devotees don't discriminate between who bothers me, who doesn't bother me. But when you are practicing devotee, you need to understand anukulyasya sankalpam pratikulyasya varjanam. Some association you need to adopt, some association you need to avoid. Oh, this is not a favorable association. This is a distracting association. This is a disturbing association. This may plunge me into some material emotions or material distractions. So let me stay away. So asat sanga tyaga yi Vaishnavachar. Vaishnavachar is to stay away from asat sanga. So that discrimination we should have. But on a very high plane, a devotee is never bothered by anyone, doesn't bother anyone. Harshamarsha bhayodvegair means devotee is equiposed in harsha, happiness, or amarsha, distress. Bhaya, fear. Udvega, anxiety. He is equiposed towards all these feelings. Mukto yaha sacha me priyaha. Such a person is very dear to me. Further. Anapekshah sutirdaksha udasino gatavyatah sarvarambha parityagi yomad bhaktas same priyaha. Anapekshaha means very neutral. No expectations. Suchir, very clean. Daksha, very expert and skillful in handling situations. When we are too naive and innocent, we may be taken for granted by people. We may be taken for a ride. People will or unfavorable association. We can't be too lenient or too liberal. So Daksha means expert, skillful in all situations. Udasina, very neutral, unattached. Gatavyataha, free from all pains. Sarvarambha parityagi, free from all material endeavors. Such a person is dear to me. Yo mad bhakta same priyaha. Then, yo na hrishyati na dveshti, na shochiti na kankshati, shubha parityagi bhaktiman yah same priyaha. Yo na hrishyati na dveshti. He doesn't rejoice anything, he doesn't hate anything. Na shotiti na kankshati. He doesn't lament for something, he doesn't desire anything, hanker for something. Shubha Parityagi, he renounces all good and bad things on a material plane. Samaha Shatrau cha Mitre cha, he is equal to all friends and enemies. Tatha Manapamana Yoho, Man and Apman are on a ego plane. Your ego is hurt when somebody dishonors you. Your ego is satisfied. Your ego is pampered when someone praises you. But a devotee is equipoised. He doesn't get elated by praise. He doesn't get disappointed by blasphemy. Neutral, right? Udasina. Then Samaha, Sitoshna Sukha Dukkheshu. Sita and Ushna means heat and cold affect us on a bodily plane. Sukha and Dukkha, happiness and distress affect us on a mental plane. And Man and Apman affect us on a ego plane. At all planes, physical plane, mental plane, and the plane of ego, we should be neutral. We should not be affected by the dualities and all these levels. Then Samaha, Sangavarjitaha, he is always equal, and Sangavarjitaha, devoid of any bad association. तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतेर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः. तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी, whether it is ninda or stuti, criticism or praise, he is equal. Mauni, very silent. Silent does not mean he never speaks anything. He speaks only positive and spiritual topics. He remains silent when he has to speak some material topics. Nobody can expect a devotee to speak something material or useless or prajalpa. Then santushto yena kenachit, satisfied with whatever comes of its own accord. Aniketa hasthiramatir. Aniketa means he doesn't care for a residence. He is not attached to one place or one home. He is not attached to one property. He can be anywhere speaking Krishna Katha, spreading Krishna consciousness, being Krishna conscious and spreading Krishna consciousness. Last shloka. ये तु धर्मामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धान मत्परमा भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रियः. So one who follows this dharma with faith, such a person will definitely become very, very dear to me, and I bless him. So these are some, this is a very quick outline of the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. From tomorrow, in the last 8 days of our Gita Pravaha session, we'll cover the Jnana Yoga section, last 6 chapters. The rest of the chapters are very small. Now that we went through first 12 chapters, understanding the concepts of the remaining chapters also will become a little easy. So we'll meet tomorrow for the 13th chapter. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.